Anytime now.
Here it comes.
It's closer.
Here we go. We are off and underway. Group F. The fourth match for both of these runners.
Let's go. First attempt.
Will we see now? Perhaps a second opportunity for both to go for Seascape. I didn't actually take much note of whether either runner actually went for it in that first attempt.
They both did. And I believe that Liam goes for the harder but faster setup of getting good cam.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know the first one out of board section there, just narrowly. Obviously still very early days, struggling there to get up,
Liam
opting to go
pulls
for
it
jumps rather than the rail.
Yeah, Liam pulls it all there. Okay, this is...
Coming up on City Escape now. Liam's positioning is
Here we
not
go.
amazing, straight down the middle. But he does not land it. Iona now looking quite
that
cleaner,
might be
actually.
it.
Not landing it, unfortunately, though. Neither runner
No,
gets to the
just a
second
bit
attempt.
too fast. They were both just
Yeah, it was good speed from
bit too
Iona.
fast to hit the C skip. Just a
We're
tad
going to be
bit
seeing
too
skipless
fast.
here now.
And Liam was a bit too flat.
I thought Liam was quite
Skipless
central,
is
to be honest. I normally like to line myself up with that right wall, as I know a lot of runners do. But we are seeing Liam here, ahead in this skipless section. Iona narrowly behind early on. Still, of course, a very long way to go, though.
Going for the ramp, a very interesting strat. It's a lot safer than going down that middle part. It's about as janky as Green Forest.
Yeah, absolutely. Iona opting not to go for the spring as Liam did. Coming up on the rail section now.
Iona's rail section really clean at the
Into
moment.
truck section. We're going to see how well he can stick the floor here with these spin dashes. He does, in fact, get that first one. Iona now tailing behind, not sticking on the initial somersault under. It's looking like a nice skipless CE here from Liam. Although struggling at the end here, I think Iona might actually catch up somewhat.
Maybe.
Looking to use that as an opportunity to close the gap. A 2:03 for Liam on the clock there. 2:02 in game, I believe that says, but of course the pause buff at City Escape will lose a little bit of time on account of variant 1.
Yes, that is true.
Loading into Bigfoot now. I believe both runners have ESG enabled. I've seen Liam there just skipping over the emblem cutscene.
Yeah, they do.
Indeed.
Okay.
This won't affect anything at all in the actual race due to the fact that we're timing in variant 1.
Yeah, it has no effect, and it's actually a little bit better because then it will put us at schedule again.
It will indeed, remarkably.
Iona going for the much
Iona,
safer strat. It's definitely the much safer strat to go for.
Liam with a very nice Bigfoot there. No mistakes yet from him in that regard. Going into
Now we're down in the first hunting stage.
Yeah, Deuce, you've been obviously setting yourself some lofty ambitions in terms of hunting recently. I know you've got your eyes on potential goals. So, what are you feeling here? Bird box piece 2 there from Liam.
Yeah, you got the unlucky bird box. So,
one more lap.
Oh, it's a bit hard for me to see with.
It is. Our feed is not the cleanest, but we can just about make out what's going on.
Between the red pillars.
Looks like that was, yeah, not the nicest piece for Iona there.
I found him.
That's really not a nice combination at all for Iona there. Not getting the rub of the green in terms of RNG. If it does, then that is an absolutely horrible set. Let's see what we end up with. I believe a 33 there for Liam. It's on a red circle, which is not the worst he's free to get from here. Definitely better than a potential center of the 8th. That would have been dreadful. But Iona getting blown out by the central wind tunnel there. Unfortunate. Losing more time here to Liam. I think roughly 20 to 30 seconds behind. Liam there finishing off Eggman quite nicely. Firmly in front of this point is Liam.
God, what was that time? I'm trying to... Okay, I think it was a 12. It was a 12. It was a 12.
Normally you're going to average around about a 12 or a 13 Eggman one, so... I would imagine so.
Well, I can't average around 12s, so 12's pretty good in my eyes.
Oh, good. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay, man. I struggle too.
Iona getting
coming up
13.
Into prison lane now for both runners. We're tied in the same split once again. Liam just marching through, taking his lead into full advantage here. Coming up
Liam with the
on the first fence hop, which he does in fact land. And now
Liam
approaching the elevator.
Liam definitely putting in a much better ADX to make prison lane a bit more standable.
Are you not fussed on prison lane? I'm quite a fan myself. You know, I like it.
I can't say
it's solid Junsu guitar.
I mean, story style, it's not the worst when it's done like in story, but
at the very least we can actually hear what's playing, so that's good to hear.
Yeah,
which is
can't see at least what's going on.
Remember that? I think arrived ever so slightly earlier, or if not, roughly the same time on that elevator there as Liam did. So neither runner really outperforming the other in terms of prison lane here. I don't think.
No, they're both playing fairly decently at this point.
And Liam now coming up towards the end gets the second fence hop very nicely.
Nice. I think that'll be a 143.
I did it!
Yep. Which is still
not a bad better eyes than me, my friend. It looks like it is in fact a 143. Can confirm.
That was
easy. I had to crouch over my screen to figure that one out.
It's been a solid run so far from both runners, I'm going to say. You know, the exception of CE, where of course CE skip is always going to be such a huge time save if you are fortunate enough to get it. But I would say in terms of a skipless CE run, looking quite alright from both runners at the moment.
Iona getting the faster prison lane of the two. Both runners. Liam was sub 5 going into Metal Harbor, which is a pretty solid pacing, and Iona with the sub 530, so
it is not
also
bad
a pretty solid time.
We're going to see now. Iona opting not to go for under loop, rather going for the jump off there. Liam with a bit of camera trouble there, but he makes it out. Not opting to go for pulley skip. We're going to see Iona now come up on the upgrade. Not bad early movement from Iona. I think that's a 20 upgrade there, it is indeed.
It was a 20.
Struggling with the birthday skip there, Liam. And struggling to get under the loop here. Coming up on the missile section now.
Oh, having to hit those robots.
A minute on the clock as well. We're going to see how kind missile skip is feeling. Doesn't get it the first try, Liam. He might struggle here to get on again. He's just going to have to take his time and line himself up. He gets up there second try. Good to see from Liam. Pausing though, losing a bit of time there. Perhaps some frustration.
That is something that seems to happen to a lot of runners I've seen.
Yeah, it's happened to me myself, of course. I only just made it yesterday with 1 second left on the clock. Which means that actually just doing it the normal way would have been faster. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Iona hitting the rocket at an 11.
Yes!
Not bad, not bad. Putting them a bit ahead of Liam.
6:39 on the clock for Liam out of Metal Harbor there. Iona looking likely to come out with a 6:55, I believe, on the clock here. Yes, indeed. So that's around about if my math's correct.
30?
It's about a 16-second time difference there.
That sounds correct.
So not a lot to
lazy to get on.
For somebody to get Yanimatics in here. It's not a huge difference, you know? With so much of the run still to go, so many potential things still to happen.
Yeah, it's still a very decently paced race against each other.
Yeah, Liam there getting the first hit via storage on Shadow 1. Then the second with a homing attack. Can he just finish up nicely here with a storage there? Nicely done from Liam. Clean Shadow 1 fight.
Is that a 13 or 15? That's...
I think we just got to
13 or 15. I think that might have been
our feed is not amazing, but Iona there with an 11. We can see that nice and clearly. Very, very good fight from Iona.
Iona knows how to Shadow 1. Let's go.
Iona knows. That's what they call her. That's because she knows how to fight Shadow 1.
Yeah. We did indeed see the fake cutscene.
Unfortunately, we cannot skip that, despite being able to skip a lot of other things. The take a cutscene will always remain. We're going to see how Liam opts to approach Green Forest here now.
Getting that robot at the start. Oh, getting that.
And the mushroom as well.
Yeah.
Let's see, will he attempt anything out of the ordinary here? Perhaps not going for Rare Yeezy, but will we see a wall run from either of these two runners? I don't believe it's a preferred strat for either of the two.
I don't think either of them do. Liam not getting both storages either. Iona opting for the storage and getting the storage. Very nice.
Liam not getting the mini wall run there, but still staying in front here now, coming down towards wall run section.
Oh, no.
This is unfortunate for Iona there. That could be some trouble. That is. Oh no, Iona's gonna lose a lot of time there. You don't like to see any deaths at that section. Liam opting not to go for wall run, however, instead going for the more regular strats of simply climbing up the tree using the springs.
You got the ring dash. That ring dash is actually a lot harder than it looks, and it can really screw you over sometimes.
It can, it all depends. Go ahead.
Yeah, instead of it going right, it flings you forward, so you fall down to the bottom of the tree.
Oh! Yep, Liam there getting bungee skip as well. But yeah, of course, it's one that requires storage and depends on how you approach the spring. Liam struggling a bit there with that last spin dash jump over to the side of that loop. Iona also now coming up towards wall run, but not going for it either. Playing it safe once again. We're going to see will Iona go for the light speed dash. She doesn't. She opts instead to go for the springs as they normally come. Just working her way up to the top. That death really has done a little bit of damage there to Iona's pace. Liam will now exit the Prison Island section of the game and into the second Knuckles stage. We're going to be interesting to see how this fares.
Pumpkin Hill.
There's no time to lose.
Pumpkin Hill.
Stage, I will say.
Correct. Yeah, it is. He opts not to go for the Twin Skulls check, which is something I'm fully supportive. I heard shady places where all the people who do Twin Skulls check go to. So, Liam out here coming up to them. The Rocket Path piece too. That's not too bad of a piece to get in this situation. He's going to opt to take the rocket over to that piece now.
Using the spring is definitely a smart strat.
Absolutely, yeah. It's something a lot of runners should consider. Missing the piece, but we're going to see what his piece 3 is now. It's Stuffed Nose, which is a very nice piece 3 to get, but drill diving there a little too early. Iona now getting the upgrade. We're going to see what her piece is. It's Tell's Time, which is located on Pumpkin Mountain. I think she had a little bit of
it's located on Church Mountain.
Oh, Church Mountain, my mistake. Sorry, my apologies. I knew what I was talking about, but I got that the wrong way around. Grabs piece 1. Liam coming out with a 9:30 on the clock. Nice work there from Liam.
Under the tracks.
51 could have perhaps been executed a little bit better, but the RNG was kind to him. He will certainly take that.
Yes. Under the tracks as the piece 2 fire, and
what are we going to see here for piece 3? It's a place where flames cross.
Not a bad set at all. Both runners have decent RNG in Pumpkin Hill.
Yeah, nice enough RNG, and I know Iona is traditionally the race mod person, so you know it's nice to see her adapting to these RNG stages quite well here, I think. Yes. Liam enters the upgrade in Mission Street. It looks like he is going to opt to go for Zero Cycle there, timing his upgrade weight nice and well. Landing Weight Hop. That's going to be a good advantage for him now.
Very solid weight hop, but also a very solid ADX.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because Never Turn Back is Liam's ADX of choice here, which has, of course, this sad piano rendition of I Am All of Me playing. So it takes a little while to get going. But Iona coming up on the upgrade as well, over on her screen, getting in there on a 22 with the timer. Going to be interesting to see how she approaches this now.
Doing the manip to get the second faster time in-game.
Iona also lands Weight Hop. Good to see.
Very nice.
Liam's on good pace here, you know. I think he might be about to nail this. Interesting approach for hitting that switch. He doesn't hit it on the second attempt either, so that's definitely killed Zero Cycle for Liam, unfortunately.
he
but
can
still a
get
solid,
half cycle.
solid mission street, I think. He does often go for a half cycle. It is nice.
Oh, Iona tried to go for the pauseless crate hop there.
Yeah, it will save you time
Hop.
nowadays, but it is risky.
Yeah, it is quite the risky strat.
Let's not count Iona out here, because she's also on good pace, actually, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm not counting Iona out of this at all. Anything can happen. We're only like halfway through the
Could
run.
we see an Iona Rose 0 cycle?
Oh,
Things to wait there a little bit. I don't think she's going to opt to go for it. She's playing it safe. That's respectful. But Liam there with a death! Oh my word! Where did that come from? Oh no!
Okay,
was that
they're
in the
very
hover?
close now. Yeah, that was the he missed clipping into the path, I believe.
Oh no, that's doing well. There we go. You know, Iona slowly sticking in there, giving it her best shot.
Yeah.
And now she's got the rewards for it. Liam slips up.
Believe it or not, it's actually more consistent to clip into the wall when it's going like up instead of like straight ahead.
I find that too, yeah. It's interesting now because, as you say, yeah, both runners are very, very, very tied. It's I don't quite know what there is that's going to need to separate here because I don't quite know what strats Iona goes for in the late game. But yeah, 12-12 on the clock for Liam and 12-15 for Iona. There's only 3 seconds between the two.
Yeah, Liam died on those on the little like collapsing platforms. That's where Liam went wrong, yeah. And this aquatic mine will change, can possibly change and put Iona ahead.
I didn't expect.
Yeah, Liam still is ahead.
Like this.
I can't make out any free pieces, I can't say. Gets the ping though. Look for the free finds check again there. Iona also with a green ping.
Very good.
Liam going for an unusual method of these top room checks.
Yeah.
Not getting anything.
Iona going for kind of the same strat.
That's interesting to see. It's not really how I would do it, or a lot of other runners personally. But Liam gets his piece one, as does Iona.
Underwater brick room.
Underwater brick room.
It's closer.
3. Under the vertical line of skulls. Yes.
I think Ghost Room piece 2s are the ones that are really going to hurt. And we see Liam also getting underwater brick room piece 3. It's going to be a race to see who gets that third piece.
Path to the Abyss!
Path to the Abyss for Iona. This is unfortunate. What's she going to opt to do here? Liam gets out of there with a 1307. Iona needs to think about what she's going to do here. She's opting for a death strat of all things. Unfortunately, that's not going to work out for her either. Oh no! Well, Iona Rose, what will you do? I think she's just going to have to bite the bullet and go for it. She's heading up, I think, to flick the switch, is she? Looks like it, yeah. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I don't know if she's aware of the sign clip that you can do to get that piece instead.
Yeah, maybe. I'm wondering if she's...
I don't know if she knows. Oh, no, I think she's actually looking to drown herself. Iona must just not be familiar with this piece. This is really unfortunate.
Oh, is she going for she got it confused with my cart dumping area. Oh wait, no, going for the drown.
Unfortunate for Iona. She is indeed going for the drown. That's such unfortunate to see. Because, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, you can have situations where you'll just get a piece and you just don't know. Even if you do know, you can get these mental blocks where it just hits you on that stage and you just freeze. But Iona there looking as if she was just put into a really unfortunate situation there. That's sad to see.
Yeah.
Liam cruising out in front now, roughly halfway through Route 101.
Even if you know how to get that piece, it's still not a great piece at all.
It's not a great piece to get. It's not disastrous, but for Iona in that scenario, where she just didn't know what to do, well, that couldn't have really gone much worse.
Did you find the president?
Yeah, that was a really bad set.
Just a few more
Both runners did not get the greatest sets in aquatic mine that could have happened.
No, Liam definitely coming out the better of the two, though. In fact, he's also now coming up towards the final stretch of Route 101. A massive lead now on Iona. Again, I will say, I always do say, it is not over until it's over. So don't count anything as finished just yet. Anything can happen. You can see twists and turns and, Loop-de-loops all over the place. Anything can happen here. Liam has simply put himself in a good position, and he needs to stay there. It's all on him now.
Yeah. When I was talking about how the aquatic mind could change the pacing of the run, the thing I meant is getting someone more leeway than the other person, which is what happens in most of the Nux stage. But it doesn't decide your run. There's still a lot of other things to go wrong.
No,
if you haven't reached
of course,
the desert section.
The other thing to keep in mind, of course, is that as much as it is RNG dependent, you're still the one who needs to make that RNG work, you know? So, if you are going to get unfortunate sets, you need to sort of make sure that you have the knowledge and the skill to make those work and just know how to approach those. Iona, unfortunately, was just put in a situation where she didn't know how to approach it.
Yeah.
But we're now into desert, moving on past that. Liam coming up into hidden base here now. Struggling a bit with the pole hop here. I don't believe we're going to see him go for pole hop. He is going to approach GC skip here, though. He does, in fact.
He's going to have to see if the clip is going to want to make the corner.
He is going for one of the corner.
He made it.
Does in fact make it. Not a lot of height on that pulley jump. I'm hoping that's not going to do any damage. No, he's okay.
It's fine. Knock opting
slowly
over there to save a bit of time.
Yeah, it's not necessary to do a falls offer off that top platform, only if you go for the second. And even then, I don't know if it's faster anymore. Liam not getting the height you would have wanted from that pulse hover. Opting to pulse hover on top of that rather than destroy it. That's interesting.
I mean, that probably... I don't know if it would save time. Maybe a little bit.
Looking back over to Iona now, she is coming up on the end of Route 101. So, there we go. Iona now enters desert.
The hardest section of the run.
I don't think too many would disagree with you. Some might say space, but yeah.
Space can be tricky too, yes.
Space is more so just, it comes down to, you know, executing tricks. Desert is much more, here's a lot of stuff to deal with, you know? I'll take Meteor Hood over Death Chamber any day of the week.
I would definitely have to disagree with you there, but I can understand.
You like the Death Chamber?
I do. I don't mind Death Chamber at all.
Death Chamber doesn't seem to like me. But here we go.
Doesn't like anyone.
Iona also going for one in a corner.
And
it is more
it.
consistent from what I've heard. I've never actually delved into it too much myself, so I'm not familiar with all the intricacies, but yeah, interesting to see.
From my experience, it definitely is more consistent, but just a little bit slower.
Definitely slower.
But not substantially.
Liam with a Pyramid Cave entry of, I think, 17.25 or 17.25 on the clock.
And will he get, I think this might be a 14 check. Oh, a 15 check
on my screen, actually, wasn't it? Oh, no, 15, no mistake.
Yeah, it was a 15 check.
I'm up on Chowbox, however. Iona's still over there in hidden base, getting knocked down there by the wall.
That part, it can be a bit tricky to learn.
Can indeed. Liam, I can't tell what that says. I think that's a 35 upgrade there? Tough to make out.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we're trying our best here.
He gets first door skip nice and clean. Coming up on the second one now. Iona approaching the end of hidden base. Gonna see his setup there nice. He makes it through on the first attempt.
Doing the last jump there without the pulse hover, very...
On everyone's favourite part of the stage, you have three options here. Which will Liam go for? Struggling a bit in second tunnel, actually, though. Colliding with that with that hourglass there. Not something you tend to see very often.
Liam going for snake skip?
Looking like he is going to line himself up for snake skip. Struggling to get on, though. He should have enough height there. He does, in fact, land it. Nicely done there from Liam.
It's a lot higher
2 minutes
snake than I would go.
Yeah, well, if it works, it works.
Exactly.
For me, it doesn't. But Iona coming out of hidden base, I think we're a flat 2 minute time on the clock there. Gonna see what she does with her approach to this stage.
Text onto the tunnel.
Yeah, losing another bit of time there. That's a 15 check as well, matching Liam there.
Yeah. Liam finishing up with a 150 Pyramid Cave.
It's good to see that, you know, that's not a bad time at all, considering there were some problems encountered in that stage.
Yes.
And now entering Death Chamber. So, do you tell me about Death Chamber?
Death Chamber is quite a stage. The best pieces you can hope for is to get a blue room piece 1, because that way you can death strat to get a piece 2 in red room, because it has almost a 50% chance. And if you read your second hint, you'll most likely have a red hint anyway. But Liam gets a core piece here, which is not as great odds as blue, but better than green.
It's over.
Still opting to go for the death strats though.
Checking for bugs as well.
It's over.
Will Iona now opt to go for any of the aforementioned skips? No, she does not. She does in fact go for Snake Skipper's Pyramid Cave. Getting the storage there, that's unfortunate.
It's
that can mess you up.
Yes. Treasure chest, the Beauty and the Beast.
Struggling to get up there, looks like. Hopefully he won't break the golden box, because that is useful for Booty Clip, which can get you off to a lot of good pieces, such as
flying fish swimming in the sand. Very useful piece for Booty Clip.
So Liam thankful for not breaking that golden box. He'll fly over now, and he should be coming out of here quite nicely.
There we go. Oh, we grabbed the piece straight away.
On the clock. Nice to see that from Liam. Solidly executed Death Chamber.
Definitely.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Iona not a million miles behind, but in terms of how Death Chamber's going to be here, we're going to have to hope that that it's feeling very kind. If Death Chamber is going to be where she closes this gap.
That's nice. Not a piece she's going to resets. Yeah.
Sniper is a much nicer piece one to take.
I would have grabbed the upgrade and then reset. But
Liam there getting cap boost to save a fair chunk of time on King Boom Boo, roughly 8 seconds.
It's a great time save.
Iona now making her way over to her blue piece.
Not opting for blue box clip, interesting. Playing it a bit safe, I guess.
It's looking like Liam is just going to cruise through Boom Boo here. Does indeed. Nicely done. Nicely Liam done.
Struggling to hit the death strat there. Iona maybe... I don't know if Iona is checking for bugs on patrol. Maybe she's doing the corner strat?
She gets the piece. I'd be surprised. Did I?
Nape of the neck.
No, I didn't. Liam now into Wake Golem. Opting to go for the regular sort of strat of just going around the back to climb up for his first hit. Interesting to see. Yeah. I'm not quite sure what Liam goes
going for profit bounces?
Lining himself up for a profit bounce, correct. Which he does get.
He gets one?
We're seeing a lot of these in this tournament, not so many super bounces, just due to the nature of races. It's it's a lot riskier to go for super bounces in a run, let alone a race.
Yeah.
Iona does come out of Death Chamber with minimal damage, though, I'll say. I don't think that was a terrible Death Chamber from Iona.
No,
I think she's executed what she got quite well there. Liam now with the final hit on Golem, which will carry him into space, looking like that's going to be a 2-1-5-3, 21:53 on the timer. A solid minute ahead of Iona's time as she enters Boom Boo. So I would put that at roughly 2 minutes ahead for Liam in terms of overall time, if not a little bit more.
Yes, Iona not going for cat boost.
Yeah, it's not a difficult skip, but it is one which, you know, it's not the biggest time save in the world. It's not hard to do, necessarily, if you put some time into, but it can go wrong. So I can understand why Iona would prefer to just do the regular, wait for 3 fireballs, and then opt for the chase. Liam getting first try Bofa there. That is quite something to see.
Oh no, Iona missed
messing up in Boom Boo. That's not good to see. Completely contrasting fortunes here for the two runners. Liam in Dreamland, Iona stuck in Boom Boo. This is quite something to see here. So Liam struggling with the camera there in Bofa, but I don't think he needs to worry so much. Were you impersonating King Boom Boo there?
I might have.
Oh, there we go. King Boom Boostless Gamer. Liam cruising over towards the goal ring now. Iona does get out of Boom Boo, fortunately, at the second time of asking. It's the... well... it's one of the worst places to mess up, just on the account of how much damage it can do to your time. Liam is coming up on probably the outright worst place to mess up, the end of both. He's been going for a little while here, you know. I think
he's a bit past the tube. There it is.
A bit far out. Yeah, I hadn't really noticed, but Liam has kind of not really made the best use of his first try Bofa here. He's gonna...
Iona also going to
clean out here. He does indeed. But I think the camera is not did the damage there for Liam. That's a 148 by my eyes. You say Iona was going for superpowers? Struggling again in the desert bosses is Iona.
The desert bosses are not easy.
No, I mean, that's the thing. Anybody can mess these up. You know, whether it's, you know, whether it's the lowest seed in the tournament or the highest, or anybody in general, to be honest. Iona now waiting for the ballerina to run through its cycle. Really struggling here. I didn't actually notice what Liam's first piece was. Looked like it's in a container behind a container.
Yeah, definitely an interesting piece.
Twin stars here. Will he opt to go for the patented cryptic checks?
No. What? Oh no, he should not be doing the checks for this piece.
Looks like he's going to opt for it. He doesn't go for the jump from the star. Instead, he's now making his way down to Twin Star. We're going to see what his piece 3 is. It's...
try digging while watching the moon.
Try digging while watching the moon there. So, right decision not to go for those jump from the stars pieces. Iona is out of desert, into space now. I know Iona has struggled with Bofa.
It's close.
Yes. From that piece 1, I would definitely not do the middle piece checks.
I found him.
There's some intricacy to that, you know. It's certainly it's one of those things where it's tough to say which ones really are.
This is perfect.
You know, worth doing it for and worth not doing it for.
Yeah.
There's a lot of combinations to keep in mind. Iona is not opting to go for a first try Bofa attempt. Looks like she will in fact go for second for the sake of consistency.
Fair enough. Not wasting the time, I guess.
We've seen runners like Drumbasher employ this method, I believe. It does work out for Iona. She does get through there on her first attempt of breaking the boxes. Will Liam now go for Rouge? It's looking like he is actually cruising through, but struggling ever so slightly. He needs to get this
having a
lock
bit
soon.
of trouble with Rouge.
He does indeed, just in the nick of time. Wow, I don't think he could have cut that any closer.
No, definitely.
Goodness gracious.
Rouge time then.
Wow.
The Knuckles theme for a few seconds.
Crazy Gadget now. I think if Iona has any hope of fetching anything from this matchup now, it's going to come down to this stage. I think she needs Liam to just have a really, really bad day in Crazy Gadget. Which, based on how he's done so far in the run, it's solid pace from him.
Yeah,
I'd be surprised to see. But Crazy Gadget Skip is incredibly cruel at times, so you never know. Nice choice of ADX again from Liam. Iona coming up to the end of her stage now.
Opting for the safe strat to clip back in.
Yeah, it will always lose you a lot of time, but people do struggle again.
It saves more time if you die, though.
Liam there,
time
failing his first attempt at Crazy Gadget Skip. I can't quite make out how many lives he has. I believe that's 4.
Yes.
4 attempts at this skip. We did see him struggle a lot in his race. I can't recall who with. It may have been Meltus. Looks like he doesn't get through it the second time of asking either. We'll have to see how this goes. I don't even know if Iona does Crazy Gadget Skip, actually. I can't recall. As she loads into Meteor. I cannot read what that says. Liam is through the kill planes.
Making
got enough distance here.
Oh, above a blue moon, I think. Yeah, above a blue moon.
That ought to do it for Liam. He just needs to aim this correctly, which he doesn't! Oh no!
No! Liam
Well.
the goalie.
What are we about to see here? Are we about to see another twist to the tail as Liam approaches for another attempt of Crazy Gadget skip?
Not a terrible set from Iona, but
Doesn't
not
get
a
through
great
again.
set either. Oh no!
Liam's
Iona going
struggling.
for the long route for this one. Maybe he doesn't know where this piece is.
Looks like he's through this time.
Iona thinking it was powerless by itself, maybe.
Iona doing a full route, I believe, of the entire bottom area. Liam should land that nicely out of Crazy Gadget. 27:04 on the clock.
Oh no, Iona missed it.
Iona does get it in the end. Struggled slightly there. But, well, suddenly it's a little bit closer. I'd say Liam still has the race in his own hands, but you know he's going to want to avoid any potential slip-ups like that in Final Rush, especially because if you mess up there, then well, that really does give Iona an opportunity. Struggling a little bit with Eggman 2 here.
Eggman shooting the rockets instead of the massive laser. Very interesting.
Yeah, not very
something
common.
you see very often.
Iona going for the safety ring with Rouge, and now just going to town. Looking to land all 4 hits as soon as possible.
What was Eggman doing in that fight? That was a very odd fight.
Some interesting behavior from Eggman.
Iona also cutting it pretty close with Rouge, but not as close as Liam.
Yeah, that was really close from Liam in that fight. He'll be thankful that he didn't lose any more time than he did. Opting to bounce onto that rail now. Interesting movement there from Liam.
Oh, that's definitely a strat that I have not seen.
Yeah, definitely not faster, but some interesting movement. I'm going to see how he approaches here. Final Rush. Getting off that rail on 21:22, I believe it was on the clock, so we'll see how he times this turn. Iona into Crazy Gadget now. Let's see, can she pull this off?
Liam does set up FR skip a little bit interesting, I will say.
Goes for the bounce quite quickly, which is probably what you want to do.
Doing a very slow turn, a very safe strat. That strat can cause you not to have enough height, but it's a lot safer.
Iona
getting CGSS
through.
First try.
First try. It's not done yet. This is only half the trick, but she's looking good.
Oh,
solid stuff here from Iona.
Yeah,
she does
Iona
get it first try. Well, Liam is looking like he has plenty of height, though. I think he's going to be okay, but a strong showing to finish off from Iona. Actually, I can't quite tell. I'm struggling to make out what the markings are.
He's got enough height.
He's okay. Liam finishing up, Final Rush there. 28:53, he'll now enter Shadow 2, and hopefully for him, seal out this run with a victory. Iona, though, I'm very impressed with that first try CGSS from Iona. That's not an easy thing to do.
Oh. Opting to get Eggman hit by the capsule there.
Here we go now.
Hitting it. Oh, he fired the rockets, another laser. Interesting.
Liam is almost there. He just needs to finish off this one fight. 3 out of 5 hits down. Struggling a bit here. Some interesting movement from Shadow.
Shadow? Okay.
He needs to mess this up a lot to lose. Let's make that clear. Liam has a lot of leeway between himself and Iona at this point, but
going for the bounce back.
Wants to get it done sooner rather than later. He does so. 29-24. Liam Dunn takes the victory over Iona Rose. Iona struggling there in Final Rush. But yeah, indeed.
Can be tricky.
So Liam gets his record up from 1-0-2 to 2-0-2. He'll have one more match in this group to play, looking to secure a solid placement in the standings for himself.
Awesome job,
but he'll be happy enough to claim his second victory of the tournament. Looks like Iona's lined up the Final Rush skip there slightly odd. I'm not quite sure if she's quite in the right position here.
Going for bounceless.
Like she's sticking with it. Liam Well, I mean, thoughts just on the performance?
Yeah, I think the performance from both runners was definitely very strong.
Yeah, any sub 30, I think, around about this sort of level, is very strong to see. You know, it bodes well for Liam going into his final race. I'm just going to check who that is against, actually, because there's still a little bit to play here for Iona, so we're just going to let her finish off Final Rush.
Oh,
looks like Liam's final match will be going for the pause hover there to try and hopefully get her over the line.
Going into
Liam's
the
final
match
match
going into the bounce to
Cool
give
Money.
herself some leeway.
I think she's
very
okay
smart
here.
strat at the end, yeah. A very smart strat at the end there, because when you're in the bounce form, the massive invisible pyramid that exists above the goal ring is less likely to fling you off, and it has more leeway. Now Iona going into the final boss fight, Shadow 2 to finish this off.
Absolutely. And again, let's say that this has actually been a good performance from Iona as well. I do think so. I think what really hurt Iona the most was that aquatic mine. You know?
Yes.
It was probably one of the only pieces that's really gonna throw her off.
A very solid Shadow 2 fight to finish off
Shadow 2 there. You know?
Yeah.
I think Iona's end to this run was a very strong showing. You know, and that just goes to show. You can get unfortunate in these races. Take nothing away from Liam, though. Great showing from both runners. Congrats to both. Both will face off in their final match against Mikey Cool Money each to try and secure 3 wins for themselves in this tournament. So yeah, I don't know if we want to look towards bringing anybody in here for any post-match interviews. Let's see how we're feeling.
Yeah, if either Liam or Iona wants to jump in and talk about how the runs went.
Okay, looks like we won't have time for any interviews. That's unfortunate. But yeah, well, thank you very much, everybody. I think we're gonna sign off there. Great performance from both. Thank you for joining me on Comms to Use.
Of course, always a pleasure, Tethys.
Yeah, pleasure to be with you too. All right then. Well, hope everybody has a fantastic day. I'll see you guys later on in the tournament. I'm running it in about an hour or so. So yeah, catch me there. Catch to Use. Also later on, when's your next match?
I think I'm on tomorrow for a few.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you can see us both there. But yeah, next matchup will be. It's looking like it's going to be Yarasu versus Gus Exclamation with blue. Oh, my mistake. It looks like it's going to be a different race. Looks like we're going to try and get an exhibition match set up, actually. Not sure who it's going to be between, but yeah, look forward to that. That should be something to keep an eye on. But yeah, we'll sign off for now. Everybody have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's why I stay on point like every single day. I gotta protect this place, I do it for my race.